Hey guys, welcome back. We're gonna get straight into this. I'm gonna start my clock, lower body, kind of mobility and stretching. We're gonna start with a pigeon stretch, step back with one leg, cross with the other, and lean back. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and my clock's starting. If this is a little bit uncomfortable in the knee, bring the heel closer to the groin and that will take the tension off. As always with these stretches, yours may not look like mine. You may be more flexible, you may be less. Try not to force things, just relax into them. Okay, now I will do the intro. The reason I jumped straight into this is a lot of you rewatch this, like a lot of people. Some of these videos have had like millions of views. So I was like, those of you that rewatch this, you don't want to listen to me talk for 2 minutes before we have to start. So that's the reason we're straight into this. I am particularly tight today and quite uncomfortable, and I thought I need to do a stretch, and I thought why not share it with you guys, because lots of you asked me some fresh ones. So here we are. I will talk only when needed, so hopefully you can spend a little time for yourself and relax and get into this one. We're going to do a minute each side. We've got 15 seconds left on this side. And swap sides. I'm going to go on the side this time. Left leg comes through for me and down. It's very cold in here, and I put shorts on because I know from previous videos when I wear black joggers, people are like, I can't see your legs. Here's a tip, don't wear black joggers. So I've gone the complete opposite today. Wow, I'm tight. "30 more seconds in this position. Pigeon stretch, we call this. Okay, we're going to change positions. Apologies for the view on this one before we get into it. This one we're going to do a little hip opener, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to start as if we were in a squat position. We're going to let both legs drop to one side, and then we're going to drop them to the other. We're going to do 30 seconds like this, and then if possible, we're going to progress without having the arms down. It gets a little bit harder. So just like this for 30 seconds, another 10 seconds or so. Just opening up the hips, getting those hip joints mobile and moving, getting that fluid, synovial fluid around the joints. Okay, then if possible, you're going to leave your hands up and you're going to rotate this way. If that's very easy for you, you can come up at the end and stand up, but it's entirely up to you. Again, if this is giving you any pain in the knees, just revert back to one of the earlier versions where you're not getting pain. Got enough time for another one each side. Up, through, up, and through. Okay, let's keep working on that mobility that we're trying to open up, kind of rediscover our previous range, and then we'll work a little bit more on getting deeper into our stretches. When we get into our deeper stretches, I want you to breathe into them. Like we'll try and resist these stretches because they're uncomfortable. So take a nice deep breath in, relax, and as you breathe out, muscles relax, and often you can get deeper to a stretch than you've been before and kind of get that extra range. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go in whatever is our squat position for us. For me, it's here. I'm going to push my hands inside to open up my hips. So squat position, hands inside, open up the hips. Then I'm going to put my hands under my toes, stand up, straighten the back, down to a hamstring stretch. Big pull in my hamstrings now because my back is flat. Then I'm going to grab under my toes, come back down, pull apart. If you're a little stiff in the back, you can have a rotation in here with a little bit of that. In fact, that's what we're going to do. Hand under the toes, up, flatten the back, reach down, big pull in the hamstrings. If you're tight like me, hands under the toes, down, open, turn, opposite side, turn. Again, hands under the toes, up, hammies, down, open up, to the side. To the side, I'll do one more from the front for you guys. Hands under the toes, up, reach down, release off the hammies. Hands under the toes, down to your squat, push apart, open, open. Some of you won't get deep into the squat, so just do what feels best for you. Okay, next one I've got written on my board is a deep lunge. What we do, step forward with one leg like this. Let's just move my phone, it's got my mic on it, and come down to here. So you're gonna hold here for a minute. This is where we can start to utilize our nice deep breaths. If you can get your elbows to the floor, even better. Another 40 seconds. Twenty seconds left in this position. Again, when you're warming up, this can be a really great one to get rotations in if you want to. But we're not worried about that right now because we're not warming up as such. We're stretching out. And then we're going to swap sides. Simply just going to step forward with the other leg. Start on the hands. Find out how we feel. Progress as we go. Next stretch is coming up. We're going to utilize this position again, but we're going to add something to it, and it's probably going to be the hardest stretch we've done so far. You might want something to hold on to. We'll see. Ten seconds in this one, please, guys. Hold on there. Again, my toes turned out a little bit because that's what feels comfortable to me. We're all a little bit different in our anatomy. Right, we're going to swap back to the opposite side on this one, just to give that side a break. Again, I'm going to take this mic out of the way. Come down into your lunge. This time, if you want something to lean on, that might be a good idea. You're going to reach back for that foot, and you're going to hold here. A lot of you will struggle to pick up your foot. That's normal. It's normal not to have the flexibility to get here and reach your foot. So one thing you could do for yourself is put your foot up against the wall and go into this one this way. That's a really helpful way of doing it, and you will get a big pull through your quad and pull through your hip flexor. It's a really good one, that. In fact, I would love to stay on the wall with that one, but I'm going to come to here. One little thing I want to teach you here is antagonist stretching. What I want you to do in this position, squeeze your butt. If you squeeze your bum, instantly the stretch gets tighter. Basically what we're doing is we're utilising the muscles that are on the other side of the joints, the other side of the hips, to really kind of stretch out and lengthen those muscles. A really simple example of that would be your elbow. If you straightened up your elbow, not paying tension on the bicep at all, if you release the hands down, the palm against the wall, and tense your tricep, the pull would be much greater through your butt. It's actually a really great bicep stretch, that one. Against the wall, like that. Turn away, pull the chest away as well. It's one of the best bicep stretches in my opinion. Oh, I'm out of balance. Whoa. Okay, we'll swap sides. Again, back up into your stretch. If you want to use the wall, feel free. Oh yeah, you notice how tight the other side is when it hasn't been stretched yet. You notice I tend not to spend crazy amounts of time in a stretch. Some of these you could benefit from stretching longer, but I get bored easy. So I'd rather hit the same muscle groups with lots of different stretches than just sit in one for ages. But if you want to do that, it's totally up to you. squeezing the butt cheek. Get a little bit more in it. 10 seconds in this one. And then we'll just slowly relax that down. Okay, probably one of the most uncomfortable stretches for me, but for a lot of you it will be your easiest. Simply, we're going to be this position here. Toes flat, balls, top of your feet flat on the floor, and we're just going to sit back onto our feet. Okay? If you're very tight in the front of your ankles, this will be quite uncomfortable. If you're someone, typically ladies I find are much better at this. Maybe it's to do with wearing high heels, I don't really know. But this doesn't seem to be much of a challenge for them. Most of the guys, especially guys that play football, seem to struggle quite a bit with this. If it's very easy, add something to it. Bring up a tricep stretch, or bring a rear delt stretch across the front. There's some options for you. We're not going to spend too long in here because we're going to progress it to the next one. But this is hurting me already. And I've just changed my mind on what we're going to do next. Because it's painful, this is. Like I said, it's cool. You're getting where you fit, we're all different. Some people will be very flexible in other areas and not in others. And some people will be completely flexible and very inflexible. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to bring one leg forwards. I wasn't doing this with both legs, but I don't think I've got it in me today. And we're going to do half. So this leg goes back. Hope you guys can see that. You'll probably find, at least for me, that my ankle is outside my hip. I'm not literally sitting directly on it like that. I tend to get a better stretch doing it this way, and it's more comfortable for me. And at the moment, the only thing that I'm finding very sore is the top of my foot. It just depends where you're tight. Five seconds here, then we'll swap sides. Very slowly, because that's quite sore coming out of that one for me. We'll swap to this side. Five seconds. From there, we're going to go into a nice easy stretch, gently across there. Bring this foot up, across, and then you're going to put a little bit of a pull on here. You should feel a pull right and high up on the round side of your glutes here, on your glute med. 20 seconds, guys. As it relaxes off, you can put a little bit more tension on with your arms. And then we'll swap sides, come across with the other leg, hug it, pull across. 10 seconds. Cool. All right, next one. I'm gonna do a double spready. If you follow Aussie Man reviews, you'll know what I mean. Legs open, and we're gonna lean in. Really good time to have a kettlebell, dumbbell, a friend to pull your hands gently, or even a post to pull on. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna set that out in front of us. I'm gonna use that as our anchor point. Are my feet in? Looks like they are. I'll just move back a smidge. Open your legs nice and wide where it feels good to you, and pull yourself down, and you're probably going to feel this in your upper groin area and your hamstrings. Again, everyone's different. Let's do a good minute in here, at least. This one is one of those stretches where you will notice that you gain more range the longer you spend in it and the more you relax. So take this time to take some really big, deep breaths and relax into this one. I'm going to stop talking. Another 30 seconds, guys. All right, slowly release out of that one. Whew. All right, let's release those calves off a little bit. There's two things we're going to do here. First one to start with is we're just going to release off the actual calf. You can use a block or anything, a dumbbell, and we're going to put one foot up and just lean over. If you don't have this available to you, best thing probably to do is this position here and lean up over the calves. Either or, but you want to be pushing your weight back on this one to hit the calves. If your hamstrings are tight, you'll probably get it in them too. Other option is to use a dumbbell or something like this and just put a little bit of force down. Just keeping an eye on the time, we're at 18 minutes in, according to my clock. So we're going to swap sides, so I've got time to get the other stretch in that I want to get in. Okay, this one, it's a great one to do before you squat. It's even better if you have a resistance band that you can put around the top of your foot, just on just the bottom of your ankle joint here, and attach it to a rig behind you. That will pull what we call your talus bone, which is pretty much the only bone in your body which cannot be affected by muscles, and it helps position that in the correct place, allowing you to get more range and more ankle mobility when you squat. What we're going to do is we're going to take a kettlebell or a weight, we're going to sit it up on our knee, and we're going to allow our knee to track over our toes while keeping our heel on the floor, like this. Again, if this feels uncomfortable, you don't have to do this, by any means. You can just stick with the calf stretches we were just doing. I'm going to squat after this, so it makes good sense for me to do this. Well, after some caffeine, that is. All right, and swap sides. And relax off. And there you have it, guys. 20 minutes lower body stretching. I hope you enjoyed that one. I will tag this on the old videos for those of you who come over there from there. Thank you very much for all the support, the views and the comments that you have put over the previous years. I have read them all and I do often see new ones coming in. I do reply. So thank you very much for your support. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.